Hey guys, welcome back to the weekly wrap. So, we beat the big dog on the weekend, 30 to 16?
Yeah, something like that.
What are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, it was still our second trial match. It was a longer game because we did have our squad throughout the whole 80 minutes. It was a hot day. We did play the
bloody
quarters.
hot. I was dying.
Yeah, so to us, I think we just sort of ran out of gas in the end. Personally, I played 60 out of the 80 because my shoulder just ended up playing up again.
So what did you do to your shoulder?
I had a subluxation
Subluxation or whatever it is.
Yeah, just a mini dislocation to the shoulder.
You're going to be ready for round one?
Yeah, it should be right.
You better be there round two versus these guys again.
Yeah, I'm going to have to strap it up and man it out. But yeah, had that. So I played 60 minutes and then just for a little hit, shoulder just went. But yeah, it was just one of those days where we were head to head. It was
a close game and then it just broke out at the end.
Yeah, we were tired. That was one of our predictions. Just once it broke open, it was just no chance of coming back.
Yeah, that usually happens at that level anyway. It goes tight and then it would just break open and then game over from there. No coming back.
To our defence, you did have a second squad there sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know why we had that many players. It was the last trial. We should have really had our maybe 23 blokes at most. We should have had a stronger squad. But I don't know. We decided to have 30, 35 blokes.
Yeah, see, we came in with 19 players, 18 players, and we have a few injuries now. So, yeah, he's just had the extra manpower and just had the ability to stay fresh throughout the whole game. So as this shit happens, it's not many massive downfalls, not many ups, but it was just a trial game.
Yeah, round two will be more of a determination of how we're both going, as we should have pretty strong teams in round two.
Yeah, the big difference is going to be towards the end of the season once we're actual game fit. Because still at round two, we have a pretty relatively young team that's still adapting to the Shield level. So we're not going to be at our full ability where you do have that head start with a lot of players that have had the Shield Massey experience, where we still have a lot of younger players and up-and-coming players. So towards the end of the season, that's where we're going to really make the difference and come together. And yeah, just everything's going to start clicking because we're starting to click now, but it's just time and just playing. That's the only thing that's going to help us improve.
Yeah, it was for both teams, like combinations. Our good ball was pretty terrible, like in completing our try-scoring efforts. It was a lot of drop ball. Our defence was good. Our getting out of our own 50 was good. A few issues were brought up at training, boys pushing, being genuine options. Sometimes boys would like support, but they wouldn't be genuine options. So the defensive team knew like he wasn't going to get the ball, so just go for the guy with the ball.
Yeah, we had some similar faults. We went through it all in our video session and broke it all down where we went wrong, and we'll be fixing that throughout the up and coming week, coming up to round one against East Campbelltown.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a tough game. East Campbelltown are always good. They're old heads. A lot of them have played Massey and Cup level.
Yeah, well, we just want to hit our KPIs. Like, the score that we want to win, but as long as we're hitting those KPIs and improving.
So what are your KPIs?
Well, that's a bit of a secret.
Why?
We like to keep... I feel like we should keep them hidden and keep them to our team. Can't reveal it all. But yeah, we want to hit our KPIs for each game and just keep building onto that and then build the momentum coming into the season and then find our stride. Because I'm not expecting us to be coming in full stride within the first few rounds. But we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, we only completed 49% of our sets on the weekend, which was pretty terrible. But then again, we're switching a lot of players we had to go through, so we couldn't really build those combinations.
Yeah, your forward pack was swapping so frequently.
Yeah, I know.
And then you just he's just there, didn't have that combination going, and then when you did spread it out, you did make that ground, but still, it's just all that little stuff that I noticed versing you.
All right, we're back. Interruption. So, oh God, what were we on about again?
Just the swapping of the players and just how your dynamic in the team just kept changing throughout the whole game.
Yeah, it was hard to get a roll on because we just kept swapping players. But our defense was good. Get out sets were good. It was just that combination stuff, but that all comes.
Yeah, well, personally, I'm going to use this weekly review just to come back and listen to myself, and I'm going to set goals for my next week. So my next week is to get through injury free at round 1 and to just be a good ball player within the centres, not just just catch and take the hit or just be a runner, but also be a ball player as well and just be an overall threat throughout their edges. So that's my goal there. I'm setting it there just to have a few glimpses. I'm not talking the whole game, just to have a few highlights of just me showing that dominance, just taking the ball, using the control and just outskilling the player, because I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, but to actually use the skill. So that's what I'm setting right.
You just got to go out there and do your job, you know. You don't have to make the miracle play. It's, say you get a quick play of the ball and then, you know, your team plays off the back of that.
Yeah, but I'm going to wear him down, but I'm setting a KPI for me because I want to take my game. I don't want to just be that player that just sets the standard, like just goes and gets the quick play of the ball, that just blends in, you know, just does his job. But I just want to stand, like, I'm going to stand out. I'm going to dominate my other centre and just be a dominant player. That's my goal right now. I don't want to be that average player.
No, you wouldn't dominate me though, but you know.
Yeah, well, you'd want to consider that, what, the 4 years difference and how many more years you play in Shield and Massey. So you should be dominating me. If you're not, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I tried to run at you at the weekend, but you didn't want to tackle me, so it's alright.
Yeah, good old third man in.
I would have bumped you.
Well, good on you, mate.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
for myself, so we versus Blacktown Workers. I'm not sure what to expect from them. They're usually not... The last few years, they haven't been the best. So, not sure what team they're going to throw out, who's going to be in that team. But I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm not sure if I'm going to play centre or wing. I've been playing both. But my goal...
What position do you enjoy the most?
Centre. I love reading defence, you know, getting early ball, hitting holes.
What about if you had the fullback as an option? What would you prefer?
What do you mean?
If you got to play fullback, would you take that opportunity, or would you rather play in a centre?
I'll play anywhere, but I feel more confident centre and wing.
Yeah, but personally, deep down, do you aspire to be more as a fullback, or because as you've been going up the ranks, you've had a few shots on fullbacks, you've had some glimpses, you've had some downs, but
personally, it doesn't bother me. I just play where I need to play and I just get my job done. You know, for me, I build my game around, you know, reading that defence, getting my workload, and, you know, a lot of hit-ups, no errors, or minimal errors. Shit's going to happen, but I try to have minimal errors, which I don't think I've had any errors throughout this trials.
yeah. Well, you got to have that courage to make that risks, because courage, bro, like, you're going to have them errors. You got to have the courage to make errors. That's one thing that held me back going through the junior years. I always lacked that courage to make errors, so I'd go a bit quiet. When we're in that arm wrestle, I'd go a bit quiet because I didn't want to make that error. But now I have that courage. You know what? If I'm going to make that error in the arm wrestle, shit happens. I know how to fix it. I'm going to go fix it. If not, I'm just going to get better at it, watch the film, get better at it, and that's all. That's all I can do, is keep having that courage to improve, where I feel like I lack that a lot as a player coming through those junior ranks.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like would help you as well, is to have that courage to do something new. Because personally, as a player for you, I see you're always taking those scoots, or you're taking them one outs. You're never really ball playing. You're never having that courage to pass the ball as much, or to really do anything new. You surely just stick to what you know and what you're good at.
Yeah, well, that's... For us, you know, every individual has their job, and that's what we've been told. Go out there and do your job. It's a team sport, they're not looking for individuals. They're looking for, say, me to take a scoot, get that quick play the ball, and then the team to play off that. And then if they score 3 plays down the track, or 3 sets down the track because of that quick play the ball, and we've changed momentum, that's what they want.
Yeah, but a team sport's also about all 13 players playing individually as high performers and coming together and achieving a goal.
Yeah, well,
that's what I see.
If I do my job to a high standard and I every time get those quick play balls, get those meters, and the halves can just play quick off that, the hooker can jump out because I've got the quick play the ball, well, then that's what the coaches want to see. And that's what they've told me, is keep doing your workload, get your quick play the balls, no errors, and that's what they want.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I feel like you try to be too individual and you really want to stand out, but some of the best players, they may not get recognised, but they don't stand out. Look at Boyd Cordner. He doesn't score miracle tries, but he's the New South Wales Roosters captain, New South Wales captain, Australia. He doesn't stand out. He just does his job and he works hard.
Yeah, but he still does stand out. When you watch him, you watch Boyd Cordner because he takes them hard hits. He does his job. It's nothing miracle. Yeah, he just hits the right line. He just makes those tackles. But he's not a limited player. He has multiple attributes, multiple resources that he has up his sleeves. He's not just I'm going to take that hit up. Like, you look at players like that, like you look, even like Aaron Woods and all them, those players, they do their jobs, but look at them, they just go quiet and then they just die out because they have limited attributes, limited resources. They're not growing. Like, each week you should be able to just keep working your passing game, because say if you get put in that one single opportunity where you got to throw that long ball or you got to do that's out of your resource kit skill, then you're going to be prepared for it. Yeah. That's how I see it. I never want to be put in that position where I have an opportunity where I have to throw a long ball on my shit side to score a try, say in the grand final, and I'm unable to do it because I just want to keep hitting my goals as a quick play the ball, because that's all I got to do is have that quick play the ball and do those short balls, because I'm not expected to be a centre. I feel like you have to go above and beyond to get to the next level, because we're being consistent. Yeah, you get that recognition, you're like, oh yeah, good shit, but how many consistent players stay in Shield? They're just consistently at a Shield level. You got to lift your game at a totally different level and be consistent at a higher level, where I feel like you can say, oh yeah, I'm hitting all my KPIs, but your KPIs could be at a Sydney Shield level, where that's where I try and play at that Ron Massey level. I try and be like, alright, I'm going to have to hit all them, I'm going to have to play fast, I'm going to have to be deadly with that ball. I don't want to just be like an average Shield centre and be like, oh yeah, I got all my play balls, made no errors. When you compare to a Ron Massey centre, they're going to be able to take the hits, they're going to be able to throw the ball, they're going to be able to run that play if they have to. Coming out of hooker, they can pass it off the ground. It's all that little shit that creates the perfection. But they still hit those KPIs, the Sydney Shield and the Ron Massey, they still hit the exact same KPIs, but it's all the little things.
Yeah.
That's where I think it's the difference, and that's where it comes to that individuality and how to improve as a player. And that's what's going to make the difference, not just hitting those KPIs, because then you still get limited. Like, you use the same resources, but that player who's more advanced has a step ahead of you. Like, they have more in their kit. Like, you look at all the players in comparison to your age who's playing NRL or playing all that. Like, you hit all your KPIs, they hit all their KPIs. What's the difference? That's how I think about it. You don't think, oh yeah, they've just hit all their KPIs, and every coach is like, oh, okay, we'll bring up to the next level. It's because they have more resources. They have so much more to their toolkit. They have that depth. We're still hitting the same KPIs. It's just they have that more depth. They're going to be able to pass it a little bit longer. They're going to be able to catch it off the chest. They're going to have to be able to put that kick in if they have to, under the high ball. They can do all that. They can step off both feet, go both directions. That's the difference. That's how you excel through the levels. So that's where an opposing sides, where you're more, I'm just going to hit my KPIs and I'm happy. where I'm not happy with just hitting my KPIs. I'm happy to keep excelling and just to dominate. I want to have more tools, more resources than any other player in the field, and just to dominate that level, to go up to the next level. I don't want to just be, oh yeah, I got all my quick play of the balls, didn't drop the ball, and then that's all.
Yeah, fair enough. Don't get me wrong. Like throughout this preseason, I was really like working on my passing, and I improved my passing and all that. But what was it? I think I had one training session at fullback, and I was out of position. I wasn't too sure, and then I didn't really get put back in fullback again. So I just stuck to centre and wing, which I know how to play, and I can't say I perfected it, but I know my role and I know what I need to do in that job.
Yeah, well, to become more versatile, like as you, because I'm a little bit more bigger, so hopefully as I keep growing, I'm going to go more to a centre, second row, and I'm not going to be shifting out as much, where because you're a lot more speedy, a lot more smaller, you're going to have to be ready that any second to be dropping the fullback and get those high balls and read it. So that's where your toolkit, and that's going to help you as being a centre, because you're going to be able to read. Yeah. If you and think about a fullback is the best one-on-one tackler in the game. In the centre, you have to be a pretty decent tackler, but you got your second row that's coming out, you got your half, you got your wing coming in, and you got that fullback going there. But if you still got that skill where you can make that one-on-one tackle, that's going to make the difference. And you're still going to be hitting your same KPIs. You're like, oh yeah, no one got past. But it's just that little things where you're able to get that one-on-one dominant tackle and then get that second man in to control it and get them on their back, where you're not waiting for that second row or something to come around. So that's where I feel like it's just a difference. You should be able to get thrown at any position. Like, I want to be able to be, one day if they really need a halfback, where I can be thrown in the half. Yeah. And I'll be able to play half. If I get thrown in the lock, I can play lock. I want to be able to play that where I just have enough tools where I can be versatile in the field and be deadly in all positions, not just be like, oh yeah, as a centre I can read it from a centre, but then as a wing I'm shit. Like, I just want to have that expanded toolkit, and that's where the players are different. Like, you look at so many players like, Cameron Murray, he can play in the centres. Yeah. Definitely he can play in the centres, and he's such a versatile player. He can play lock, he can play in many positions. You even look at like Latrell Mitchell, he plays in all the backs, he can play everywhere. Jack White, he's a massive example. He can play 5'8", can play centre. Look at all these players. These are the players that excel and they're at the top of the game. And it's not just because they're hitting their goals. Like, they're not just like, oh yeah, I'm playing centre, I'm going to hit those goals. They've made the difference because they've improved in their overall toolkit. So if they ever get put in that position, they can adapt. And you look at Jack White, he's playing 5'8" at club, or playing in the halves in the centre, and then he goes to Origin, plays as centre wing. Yeah. He's versatile. That's why he's getting picked over many other players, because he can play those other positions. And that's what makes a difference. That's how you excel in footy, and that's my belief.
Yeah, that's a good mindset to have, and don't say you're wrong. I know, I just feel like if I focus on too many things, I won't perfect them all,
Yeah, well, it's not about perfecting them all, but it's all about them complementing each other. Yeah, you're never going to perfect your left to right pass. You're never going to perfect your right to left.
No, I've been working on my pass, and I just decided, I'm just going to knuckle down on, the back, so I can play it anywhere, really. Probably not so much halves than that. Like, I could, but don't know how good I'd be. But I've just decided, to perfect, centre wing. I can play fullback and just perfect them.
Yeah, but this is going to be a big question for the podcast as well. You say you're perfection, well, I see you day in and day out. You say you're working on your game and all that. How do you actually work on your game? Like, are you actually watching film and breaking it down and slowing it down, watching the NRL highlights and seeing the best players in their game, and you're like, all right, they do this, this, this. Yeah, what do you actually do to perfect?
Like, throughout the footy season, I watch every freaking game. Yeah. Like, I sit down and watch all games, even Cup, and when 20s was on TV, I'll just watch them all and just see how all different boys are playing, what they do, and, like, people in my position, what I need to do to, like, be at that level. So that's what I do. Maybe at training, I don't kind of try new things. I just stick to what I know and just do my job.
Yeah, see, that's where you got to try. I made a big conscious effort this season to always be in that ball playing position in training, to always get that catch and pass, and that's helped me so much as a player personally, just to work on that, to always force myself into that uncomfortable position. I have the courage to do it. And yeah, like as you said, you watch him, but do you break him down? Like, it's different watching him on the TV because you just watch it and you're like, oh, they did that. But personally, I'll go through and I'll watch like Joseph Malu, or I'll watch all the top centers and all that, and I'll just slowly break it down and look at their positioning, look at them when they twist their bodies, when their targets are out, just all the basics. Like, I break it down to that depth. I don't just watch the whole thing in normal speed. I try and break it down, and then you see me, like you hear me out in the backyard and doing all the basic, just stepping, getting my outside foot up, outside like hand to the ball, like across.
Yeah, you have been really focusing on that because you used to be shit at passing, and now
well, I couldn't catch or pass.
Yeah, now
I was
you're
just a shit overall.
pretty good. You're decent at the moment.
Yeah, and it's just all that little shit, just getting it in your head is the basic targets up and having the courage and just focusing, like even training your eyes to track the ball.
Yeah.
And it's just all that little shit. There's a lot more, and that's where I've just excelled as a player rapidly. Like, I came from playing going in Div 1, Div 2, playing Div 1, and then had a cracker tournament at the Nines, then was in the Shield squad, and now I've played Shield. So I skipped pretty much C grade. I played up for a few games when I was 17, but I've skipped C grade, 19s, whatever, 21s, 23s. I've skipped A reserve, A grade. I've skipped all that and gone straight to Shield.
Yeah.
And that's all because I just kept improving my game and I just had that rapid growth. And that's how I see myself, as I'm improving. But I'm pretty biased on improvement, where I don't see you go out in the back to keep improving, or you spending time with that.
No, because, I love footy, but it's not my number one priority, whereas you're more focused towards footy because you've really focused on, 20s? You want to play 20s?
Yeah, I'm playing 20s. That's what I'm saying it right now, law of attraction.
Yeah, I still have aspirations to play like Massey and Cup, and if NRL was to come, it was to come, but it's not my number one priority. I've found, there's more to life than footy. I'm focusing more on business and all that.
But do you think there's more to life because you're disheartened? You've been disheartened because of you getting dropped and your story of league within the past few years and going through different clubs and not having that bond. You think that's where it was because you back in your heels, you were good, you went to St Mary's, you made it into the St Mary's squad, went all the way to the Shield Grand Final, and then it's like you just got disheartened and then you stopped working as hard and you lost weight. And yeah, you're fit now, but you were going for the verge to get the mass, you were doing those extras, you were training. You were training as a professional athlete, and you can't expect to excel if you're just going to do your footy training. Footy training is just not enough. It's not sufficient enough.
Yeah, and I know I've slacked off in my training because, I've just focusing on other things. It's not my number one priority.
Fair enough.
Just say how it is. I don't know. I want to play Massey this year. That's my goal, to play Massey this year. And I know I will throughout the season because there's going to be injuries and shit happens.
Yeah, but I see you have a goal. You even had a goal last season to do a cup pre-season.
Yeah.
But you expect to play at that level when you don't change your habits from...
Yeah, last year I was really disheartened. I just lost the love for the game.
Yeah, but you don't change your habits from training. You're not training more. You're not eating better or worse. You're always having a plateau of everything else, and that, all that stuff is not going to be just handed. That opportunity doesn't open up. That door's just not going to open. You're going to have to fucking smash that door open.
Yeah,
pretty much. You're going to have to break through there and do the hard yards.
Yeah, I know I've slacked off. That's why I've lost friggin' how many ever kilos I've fucking lost. Skinny shit now.
Yeah, but I just want you to be aware personally.
I know, I'm
'cause,
aware.
Yeah, like not many people like to stand up and be like, "Wait, you need to do this to help yourself." Everyone's scared to speak up.
I'm fine to take criticism, I don't care. Like, I know it's true.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck off.
But I'm just saying in general public, even at footy, like even at training, like you'll make mistakes and people are scared even up to correct you or to help you.
Yeah.
Like everyone just thought, yeah, they just leave it to the side, and then ain't no one's gonna be like, wait, you have to help yourself, or this is what I would recommend and why. Or people just give their recommendations, like, wait, just do that, and they don't give the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Where I feel like we're gonna excel a lot in brothers, because I have a lot of close friends there now, which we are very open. Like we'll go through film, and if I see something that my mate's doing wrong, I'll send it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, why are you hesitating here? Your positioning I feel like is a bit off. Explain why. And like we go into each other, we critique each other, and that's how we're gonna get better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I haven't had that at any other club. Well, I'd never really had the bond where I just felt like everyone just all sort of threw it to the side, or they just had different priorities. But I feel like I've lined up with a few good mates now.
Yeah, well, that's a good culture to have if you're all working to make each other better.
Yeah, like we'll send it and I'll just be like, what's going on here? Or I'll get a film, I'll wake up in the morning and cause my mates all work at different shifts and they work at different times, and I'll just get a message and it's just like, alright, right here you had your hands up like too late, that's why you caught your ball in the chest, or that like basic shit like that, or you're too deep, or your tempo, like don't run 100 miles an hour, just set that tempo, and then all that, it's just all that little stuff.
Yeah. All right. So wrapping it up, what's your predictions for round one?
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna predict that we're gonna hit our KPIs, but score, I'm not sure.
Do you reckon you'll win?
It's just gonna be a race.
Everyone wants to win, but
Yeah, everyone wants to win.
are you confident?
Yeah, well, I gotta have a lot more self-confidence in my shoulder. So coming up and seeing the physio in the next few days and hopefully get the clearance to play, I want to go 100%. So we'll see from there.
Yeah. Well, for us, I'm confident we'll win. Depending on the team they name, and I don't know if there was a few injuries or not, but I reckon we'll give it a good crack and we'll win. We've had a nice, tough pre-season and we've worked hard for each other, so we've won all 3 trials. So let's see what happens, and we'll come back here and discuss the results and what we need to work on next time. So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.